Hello. Today I will try to explain the Cappadocia as a tour guide. I hope you can enjoy. Hello, dear guests. Today we're about to embark on a fascinating journey where nature and history intertwine. A journey that will feel like a step back in time. Welcome to Cappadocia. The land we are standing on dates back 60 million years to an era when Mount Erciyes, Mount Hasan, and Mount Gölüda were actively erupting. The lava and ash from these volcanoes gradually formed a soft layer. Over thousands of years, wind and rain sculpted these layers, giving rise to the unique fiery chimney you see. The name Cappadocia first appeared in Persian sources from the 6th century BC, where it was referred to as Katpatuka, while the exact meaning remains uncertain. Some sources suggest it translates to "land of beautiful horses," but let me share a little secret. This interpretation is said to have been coined by famous photographer Ozan Sadıç during the 1980s military regime in Turkey, because at the time authorities were trying to ban the Greek origin name Cappadocia. Let's dig a little deeper into history. Human settlement in Cappadocia dates back to the Paleolithic period. Many civilizations have left their mark here, from the Hittites and Romans to the Byzantines and Seljuks. During the Roman Empire, the region became a heaven for early Christians. If you look closely around you now, you will see rocket churches and cave dwellings that were carved out during that time. Christians fleeing Roman persecution hollowed out homes, monasteries, and churches in these soft volcanic rocks. One of the most significant sites from that era is the Göreme Open Air Museum, which we will visit on our tour. The churches here, adorned with frescoes, tell stories from thousands of years ago. Shall we look farther into its historical backdrop? In 332 BC, Alexander the Great defeated the Persians, but faced strong resistance in Cappadocia. Eventually, the region established its own kingdom before becoming part of the Roman Empire. By the 3rd century, as Christianity began to spread, Cappadocia emerged as a center of Christian thought and education. Key figures known as the Fathers of Cappadocia, including Saint Basil and Saint Gregory, lived here. The deep valleys and rock-carved structures were not only beautiful but served as practical shelters for hiding from Roman soldiers and for conducting secret religious practice. Now let's talk about the region's boundaries. The ancient geographer Strabo described Cappadocia's borders as extending south to the Taurus Mountains, west to Aksaray, east to Malatya, and north all the way to the Black Sea. Today, the region primarily includes the provinces of Nevşehir, Kırşehir, Niğde, Kayseri, and Aksaray. During our tour, we'll be visiting places like Uçhisar, Göreme, Ürgüp, Avanos, the underground cities of Derinkuyu and Kaymaklı, and of course, the magical Ihlara Valley. Each of these places holds a unique story. Cappadocia is not just a destination, it's a fairy tale, carved in stone, a book of civilizations defying the passage of time. If you're ready, let's continue our tour. Now, I would like to take you in even deeper to the geological story behind the formation of this extraordinary region. Let's travel back millions of years. Cappadocia began to take its current form around 60 million years ago, during the Tertiary period. The Taurus Mountains started to rise, and the Anatolian plateau to the north was compressed. This geological pressure triggered volcanic activity in Mount Erciyes, Mount Hasan, and Mount Gölüda. These volcanoes erupted, covering the region with lava and ash. Over time, the ash solidified into a soft volcanic rock known as tuff. But the story doesn't end here. In some places, a harder layer of basalt covered in the soft tuff. This basalt eventually cracked and broke apart. Then nature took over. Rainwater seeped, rainwater speed through the cracks and eroded the soft layer underneath. Wind, temperature, differences, and time all combined to shape the landscape over millions of years. This is how the iconic cone-shaped rock formation with heads on top, known as fairy chimneys, came to be. Where these where these was no basalt layer, erosion happened even faster. Valleys formed and unusual rock shapes emerged. But Cappadocia's uniqueness lies not only in its natural beauty. Over time, human hands shaped this land too, from settlements dating back 9,000 to 10,000 years to the rock-hewn churches and underground cities of early Christians. A rich cultural heritage was born. Every carving, every fresco is a message from the past. Let's talk about the present. Cappadocia is not just about history, it's a living hub of culture and tourism. Here are some of the most visited spots. Avanos, famous for its handicraft, especially pottery. Ürgüp, known for its wine production. Göreme, home to the famous open-air museum where nature and history meet. Uçhisar and Ortahisar castles, offering breathtaking views. Akvadi, Paşabağ, Zelve, and Gülüdere, ideal for nature walks. Also, Derinkuyu, Kaymaklı, and Özkonak are underground cities that once served as a massive shelters for early Christians. With their labyrinth-like tunnels, they are sure to amaze you. And of course, Ihlara, a paradise for those who want to enjoy a scenic walk in nature. By the way, many of the homes you see here were carved into the rock or built from cut stone in the 19th century. These volcanic stones are soft when first extracted, but harden upon contact with air. This is the foundation of the region's unique stone carving tradition. Pay attention to the decorations on courtyards and doors. You will notice stylized ivy and rosette motifs above the arched entrances. This is the soul of Cappadocian architecture. And those small window-like structures, they're devacotes, built in the 19th and 18th century. Built in the 18th and 19th centuries. They were used not only to house pigeons but also to collect guano for fertilizer. And of course, another claim to fame, Cappadocian winemaking. The land is fertile, the climate is ideal, and the tradition is ancient. Vineyards still thrive here today. So, dear guests, Cappadocia is not just a region, it's a geological wonder, a historical treasure, a cultural legacy. Whether you choose to admire it from a hot air balloon or walk through its ancient stone streets, remember, in Cappadocia, every step begins with a new story. Thank you for listening to me. Have a great day.